Okay, so now as you continue on with the videos, if you notice that we're working in a progressive sequence, we started from back escape, then the person, let's say, took our mount when we tried to back escape, so then we worked mount escape, and now when you mount escape, you're gonna put the teammate in your close guard, okay? It can be half guard, it can be close guard, but just for today's video, it's gonna be close guard. And then, now that you're in close guard, since we're playing more defensive, how do you get out of the close guard? So I'm gonna be on Johnny's mount. He's gonna do any kind of mount escape, but he's gonna end up in close guard, putting me in close guard. Okay, so now I'm in close guard. Here we are for our fundamentals of close guard. The first thing is I have to sit, let me just turn this way. I have to make sure that my shoulders are behind my hips. If my shoulders are in front of my hips, it's easier for someone to pull me down with his knees and his arms. So I put my shoulders back, and another thing I do is I turn my hips up. It's hard to see in the camera. Let me just remove your legs for a second. It's hard to see in the camera, but I turn my hips up. In other words, I'm trying to bring my belly button to the ceiling. What this does is it gives you leverage, so it's harder for him to pull you down. So I'm in his close guard, and this is something we like to drill without our hands. So if I'm relaxed right here and he uses his knees, uses his hands, he can pull me down. And then that's when he starts setting up the submission. But if I hinge my hips, I try and take my belly button, see how I was lifting his hips? I try and take my belly button to the ceiling, and I keep my shoulder and hip connection. Now if he tries, it's very hard. You see I'm still talking. I'm not like using my muscles. It's just the leverage of my hips. And then you ask your teammate to try and pull you down, and you shouldn't have to be pulled down. Once you get this down, then you can use your hands as a tool. Because a lot of times what people do is they use their hands for balance, but their hips are relaxed, and one slip up of my arms, and then I'm down again. But if I can use my hips as my frame, then I can use my hands to open the guard. Okay. Now we're gonna do our collar sleeve stand. Actually, we're gonna do three different situations. The first one we'll do how to open the guard on your knees, and then the next video we'll do collar sleeve stand. So my hips are correct. Now what do? I just put your head down on the mat so they can see. I grab both his collars, I put them in one hand, and I turn my palm so I'm facing his face. So I turn my palm and put it right underneath the ribs. This is a stiff arm, so if he tries to rock me forward, should help me. My other hand, I can go on the pocket and use my elbow, or I like to go to his knee. Now the big detail here. When I want to step this leg up, so when we go to step this leg up, a lot of times what happens is people lean forward to step the leg up, but then he's going to rock forward, and then here I am again. So how do I step away? I lean away from the leg I want to step up. I'm going to be leaning a little bit forward, but just not so much that if I didn't do this first. So I lean away, and now I step. So if I ask him to rock me forward, I shouldn't go because I have my hand. Now my knee is going to pinch to his body. Okay, pinch to his body, and I turn my other knee so that my whole body is facing the knee that's up. Same lock, so if he tries to pull me down, he can't. If he tries to arm drag me, he can't because I have both of his collars. So either way, I'm not going to go. Now what do? I back up as I push his push his knee into the open space. So I back up as I push his knee into the open space, and then I can bring my knee inside and start passing the guard. Okay, I drop the knee, maybe get cross face, underhook, chest to chest pressure, and go to pass. Closed guard, hinge the hips, grab the collar. I like to put my finger right there to open the collar, and then I put my palm, so not like this where my wrist can bend. I put my palm down below the rib cage. If you like to use your elbow, you can use your elbow. I like to go hand on the inside of the knee because I want to push down. I don't want to think that I'm strong enough to pull. I want to push down. I need to make my right leg light, so I lean away from it first, step up, and turn. Now, sometimes people have really strong legs here, like really lock your legs down. They have really strong legs, I can't push it down. So what do? I lean away from it again, I lock my arm, and then with my locked elbow, I bring myself back to the middle, and then his leg pops open. So you see how I'm talking, I don't feel any strain, versus if I'm here and he was locking his arm, if I want to open the guard, it's like, I gotta try and open the guard. It's very hard. So I lean away, I lock my elbow, and then I just come back in the direction I was without using any strength, and I bring my knee in. Drop the knee, and then go for your pass.